Yo, how go on, man? How you mean, man? Yo, don't know. I'm West Ham till I die, yeah? Big up to and through. Like Charlie Boy said, paint my coffin claret and blue, right? Watch this, dog. Don't know I'm West Ham till I die. Wicked result against Leicester. Wicked result against Newcastle. Transfer windows, like, nah. But as Charlie would say, yeah. But let me show you this, dog. It's a different video, man. There's a different blood clot video, dog. I go by the name of Peach. Yeah? You see me? COVID-19. Is it made up? Is it real? If somebody doesn't get hit by a car and they say they died from COVID, is that real? Like, I know I'm dwelling into some things right now. I don't business. This shit has to get said. It's away from football, man. It's like real life things. You get me? Stick with me, man. Stick with me, man. So you got a family member, yeah? Who gets hit by a car. Bosh! Dead up. Sorry for your loss. And then they say that person, man, woman, child, alien, whatever you want to call it, died of COVID-19. Really? You got hit by a physical object, a tangible object, and they're saying that the reason for that loss of a person, cause of death, was due to COVID-19. Do y'all believe that? Like, yo, do y'all believe that? Like, let's say you're walking down the street. There is a storm. You get struck by lightning. And then on the forms, like after you've done, like, gone, kick the bucket, chuck it, what's it? They're saying, well, the reason for your death, sir or ma'am, was because of COVID-19. You jump off of a bridge. You had enough for life. It's just not working out for you. Jump off a bridge. You had enough of, like, your girlfriend. You had enough of the man them that you see on a regular basis. Like, our fingers are pointing at you towards some bullshit, and you know it's bullshit. So you do yourself in, top yourself, yeah? Which is the weakest way to go, because you leave people who love you and care about you in more hurt than you dying, really. They blame that down to COVID-19. Like, I'm talking real facts. I know of a girl, no names mentioned. It was either her aunt or uncle. Well, they both passed. One passed because he got hit by a car. What did they say on the report? They passed to COVID-19. The next one has a stroke. What did they say they passed from? COVID-19. You have to think about this shit, man. Like, it's mind control, man. It's control. It's like, yo, they're talking about how it might be lab control. Like, no, not lab control, but how it was made from a lab. Funnily enough, in the same place where it all stems from, Wuhan. Funny topic. There's an author by the name of Dean Koontz. Wicked author. I love to read books, dog. And Dean Koontz, he has some good ones. But he said in a book that he wrote in 1982 that in 2020 or 2021, there was going to be a pandemic called COVID-19 that originated from Wuhan, China. Now, big up the Chinese people. I ain't having to go at you, though. I think it goes deeper than that. Government things, now you're looking on the right side of things. Let me show y'all this, man. And I got proof. Because, like, yo, I've been doing these videos. And these videos might be the answer to my proof. I didn't want the vaccine. Then my aunt, she calls me up from, she's living in Bourne, which is like in Lincoln. It's not Lincolnshire, but it's like, it's in Lincoln. It's a little, like, quaint town called Bourne. It's in the sticks still, you know what I mean? Like where J-A-K to the E lives up in Somerset. I don't think they get just eats there still. But it's like, Peach, you need to get the vaccine because, like, yo, you're looking after your mother and father and thing. And you know you're going out doing the grocery shopping things. You're getting this and that, whatever they need. And I'm like, word. She's like, you need to get that vaccine, like, just to protect yourself and them. I'm like, word up. I had people on my case. Like, not my aunt, other people died. Get the vaccine. Get the vaccine. Now listen, Brethren. We do not know what is in a Big Mac. Just the same as we don't know what's the 12 secret spices in the KFC recipe, Kentucky Fried Chicken. But we eat them things. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I go to get the COVID vaccine. And let me show you. It's a pharma thing too, you know, because the pharmacies are profiting off of this, even though you get it for free. They're profiting off this thing still, though. Government's profiting off this thing still, though. They're controlling people from this thing still, though. So let me show you, man. I get the COVID vaccine. It was a COVID vaccine called Moderna. So Pete Stone goes to the pharmacy, gets the COVID vaccine. Days later, and I'm not the only one, there is much more people who have suffered from the same thing I suffered from. And this is like going back, like I got proof because I was on camera when like this side of my face was like, it was just dead. Like, it was like, I was talking like this. Like, I couldn't move like this side of my face and shit. Done seen it. I got proof thanks to YouTube. Bless up YouTube. But yo, man, I get Bell palsy, right? And that's when the seventh nerve, I don't know, it's in your head or some shit. Seventh nerve thing, I get Bell palsy. Big up Wally World. Wally World knows what I'm talking about, dog. Yo, speak some knowledge with me, because I'll show you what I'm talking about, man. I ain't even touched on the subject yet, man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off, dog. So, I get the COVID vaccine, yeah? You know what? And if Wally World wants to come through in a bit and talk two things, homeboy's educated like Doogie Howser. I ain't even playing with you. Because me and him done talked about this time. But this now it's on some different shit. So, I get the COVID vaccine. It's fine. I see people getting it and they're like, oh, I got a dead arm. Oh, I got a headache. Man up. Grow up hair, man. Like, come on, man. Like, you want real, like, you want real reactions, dog? Like, yo, got the COVID-19 thing. See me? And then days after that, I get the Bell palsy. What? It just happened? That was just like, oh, that's out of the blue. Like, you got Bell palsy. Like what? From the COVID-19 vaccine? No. No, no, no. No, there's nothing but goodness in these things. Tell me what's in it. MDKCD 2, 3, 4. You don't know that. And it's like, it got to the point where, like, yo, my doctor got on board. You get me? He's a wicked man still. I ain't gonna say his name, so I don't want to name drop. My name ain't there. Nah, big up there. But it's like, doctor don't knows like I got the Bell palsy and thing. And then by chance, I get like an infected like right leg, which I thought was like a bite by a spider or a bee or what have you. But all this shit happened after I got the vaccine. Then my left arm swelled up. Left side of my face swelled up. Oh, but that's like, yeah, no, that must just be an allergic reaction to something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How come I was fine before I got this vaccine? How come, like, none of this was going before I got this stupid vaccine? Oh, well, you know what? It might be 5G. It might be 5G. Like, the 5G towers and thing, like they already done bun 5G towers in England, doc, because like, yo, you're saying that it might come from them ways there. Oh yeah, no, it might be that, it might be this. Oh no, yeah, people are doing research studies on bats, and like, oh, you know, might have been like that's how it might have gone on. It might have been the U.S. military that spread it, and this, that, and the third. How is a person going to pass from getting hit by a tangible object and then them saying you passed from COVID-19? Impossible. So my doctor got on board, yeah? He's a good boy still. Good boy still, man. And my doctor got on board. He got a hold of Health Canada. Now, he showed them. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that had Bell palsy after they had the Moderna vaccine or the Pfizer vaccine, whatever, Johnson and Johnson vaccine. They don't even have a vaccine for SARS. And that was like how many years ago? Gretchen, I'm showing you, man. My doctor wrote two things to Health Canada and said, listen, I have a patient. He got Bell palsy after getting his vaccine. What's up, Chase Scott? Pick yourself up, rude boy. I'm in a different mood tonight, doc. Yo, y'all see me happy, West Ham, like irons through and through, which I am, but like, yo, some shit pissed me off tonight. So like, yo, my doctor, he gets through to the man, to Health Canada. I have a patient suffer from Bell palsy due to the vaccine. And like, there's compensation involved. So now you're talking about Benjamins. Now you're talking about quids, euros, pesos. Get what I'm saying? So now it gets like a bit like, yo, they don't want to hear them things there. They don't want to hear them things there. So I get a letter back today. Like, you know how you got You got a black area, right? It's either yay or nay. You got a white area. This yay or nay. I ain't talking racial. I'm just talking like, black and white. It's either black and white. Let's call it flipping peach and orange. So you got peach and orange, yeah? No, because my name's Peach. So no, I'm not saying that. You got orange and claret and blue. You got orange. No, because claret and blue is two. No, let's say that. You got claret and blue. So you got claret, you got blue. There's a gray area. There's a gray area in the middle. Because the claret ain't going to turn gray. The blue, for hella sure, ain't going to turn gray. So you got claret, you got blue, and then you got gray. Well, Health Canada got back to me today, Doc. And they said, me developing Bell palsy and an infection in my right leg, going numb in my left arm, left side of my face and thing. That was a coincidence. A coinky-dink. Serious, man? That's a coincidence? I think there's like more than 311 cases out there, dog. I know it's like getting struck by lightning because not a lot of people react to this vaccine. But I'm one that did. And y'all saw it. And I got it on YouTube, dog. I got it on YouTube. When I couldn't speak properly, I looked like, I looked like that man from The Mask. Remember that movie back in the day? Big up, Cher. How you mean? But it's like, man, it's like they had the nerve to get back to me, dog, and say, "Oh, it was a coincidence." Oh no, hold on, Wally. I'm just starting, dog. I'm just starting. They had the nerve to come back to me and say, "Oh, that was a coincidence. That was a coinky-dink. It was expected." What? What? It was expected? So when you go buy a motor, yeah? You go to the dealership, go buy a motor. They're gonna say, well, yeah, you can buy this like Vauxhall, or you could buy this Rolls Royce, you could buy this Bentley, but you're gonna experience Bell palsy. No, they don't say that. You can go to Subway. You're gonna get like a spicy Italian, a meatball sub. You can eat them things, doc, but you might experience Bell palsy. I put a might in there, like a might. Coincidence? My bollocks. I don't believe in coincidences, doc. Coincidences are like, you think of something, it happens, that's your brain working. That's like creative visualization things, dog. Like, you picture like, oh snap, I ain't seen this person in a bit. And then that thought goes out to the universe that you ain't seen that person in a bit. And then you're at the train station, you see that person, it's like, oh, that's a coinky-dink. Showing you, I couldn't believe the nerve that Health Canada came back and said to me that it's a coincidence, and it was to be expected. But I'm going to go to a restaurant, like, I have a tree nut allergy, right? So I'm going to go to a restaurant. I'm going to order, like, walnut cashews on some Kung Pao chicken. That's expected for me to have an allergic reaction because I'm allergic to tree nuts. Done them. But for them to give this vaccine out and hide things, like they ain't saying nothing. It's like you know how like when you see like a good deal or something, and they're like, oh, you got to read the small print. It's not even about reading the small print. There's no print. There's no print. They had the balls to say to me, dog. They had the kahunas to say to me, dog. It's a coincidence. What's to be expected? I'm showing you. This shit is bigger than yourself, myself, any of us, nobody. Yeah, there's something going on. But it's like a bad flu. Because you notice how, like, when people pass, it's always in like the obituaries, right? How come the obituaries have turned to like page 3 with the girl with the big tits on the page, man? The obituaries were always like, oh, you heard somebody that passed that you know or knew, and you go check through the obituaries for like funeral arrangements and this, that, the third. Okay, bing, bang, boss. But now the obituaries is like the Kardashians. You know what I mean? It's like that's on front page. That's on page 3 with the girl with the big titty stuff. Don't get two things, man. Don't get two things. And you know what? How they don't have a vaccine for SARS, which has been years ago. I was in the hospital getting a knee surgery. I'd say 2003, maybe 2002. Like time ago, doc. And that's when SARS was. And let me show you how SARS is, doc. They don't have a vaccine for it. And I was in the hospital, and they're all dressed up like astronauts, like straight up. But yet, I had a knee surgery, and I had tickets to go see Coldplay. They let me leave the hospital after I had the surgery to go see Coldplay, come back to the hospital after I'd just been at a concert with like thousands of people, and they didn't say a thing. Is that real? Like, is that in any protection of any of the other patients in that hospital? Like, I could have caught something, brought it back, and like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a million people could have caught them things. But they didn't worry. They're like, no, yeah, go to the concert. Enjoy yourself. Go to the concert. It's a joke, man. It's a joke, man. Pharmaceutical companies, they're gaining off of this, dog. The government is gaining off of this, dog. Government, come and get me. I'm here, dog. I'm here. Look at my face. I'm here. I'm here. Come get me. Watch and see like 2 or 3 boys them like roll up to my gates in black suits and thing like. But I'm showing you, man. I'm here, man. Cause I done went through it. I got Bell palsy. I got an infection. I got an allergic reaction. And they're trying to say, oh, it's coincidental. Coincidental. Coincidental, my ass. Yo. Just does my head in, man. Listen, I'm gonna put this in the thing there. Straight up. I ain't even playing with you, man. I'm gonna put this in the thing there. If Wally wants to come on, come on. If this is like too much and you don't want to, I understand. Like, I'm just vexed. I'm just vexed. I don't understand how like this shit could happen. They're saying it's coincidental, and like over 311 people have suffered from this, and they're saying it's all coincidental. How is that coincidental? That's not a coincidence. If more than two people like uh, uh, react to like what I done reacted to, how is that coincidental? And it's not two people. It's over two people. It's over 20 people. It's over 40 people. It's over 200 people. Yo, madness, man. Like, I'm trying to keep my cool, man, but it's like, it really irks me, dog. It really irks me because, like, I don't, first off, I don't believe in coincidence. That's just me personally. Like, if you believe in coincidence, it's great. Coincidence is, yo, you might see truth in that. I don't believe that. That's just my train of thought. And for them to say that about what happened, like to a reaction of something that you got put inside you, dog. No, thank you, man. And and what about all these planes? Like, what about all these planes that are just dropping this dust over like cities and towns and villages? Like, really? Really? What does that dust consist of? Why are you dropping dust on my village? Why are you dropping dust on my county? Why are you dropping dust on where I live, Doc? Like, they're putting it in the air, man. They're putting it in the air. And it's all bollocks. Like the obituaries from one, as I said, turned from page 3 to front page to back page like football results. Like, there were people passing before, but you never heard about it. They didn't put it in the limelight like a Kanye West album. They just like kept it in the back. But now, this person died, that person died, that person died, this person died. Yeah, how did they die though, dog? Like what, died of a stroke and then that was through COVID? No, no. I think it's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's a bunch of piss. Health Canada could have some of that. Coincidence. Coincidence. It might have been expected, or it was expected, or like whatever they say. See, there's natural ways you can fight this flu. Because that's all it is, Doc. It's a flu. It's a it's like a flu on steroids. You get what I'm saying? It's a flu on steroids, Doc. It's like the Incredible Hulk flu. That's what they should have called it COVID-19. They should have just called it the Incredible Hulk flu. That's all it is. Yeah. Like, yo, an elderly person gets an Incredible Hulk flu, they might like end up with like pneumonia or like, some shit like that. A young person gets it who doesn't have the best immune system. They might not be able to hand that Incredible Hulk flu. That whole shit. You remember that shit? And this is like, I ain't taking a dig at America because I love like certain men from America, and I do really appreciate the patriotism. They got flags up and everything, man. Like, big up your blood clot selves for that guy. You remember when like that idiot? I ain't even saying his name now. That idiot with the funny haircut got a whole bunch of shit. He's kind of in charge of like your whole thing. Man, the man saying, "Oh, it don't exist, it don't exist," and then homeboy got it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it exists." Really? That is a coincidence. That's a coincidence. And then how homeboy wanted to come out in like a Superman costume. Flip off, dog. I come out in a Spider-Man costume and wrap you up in a web and throw you over to Mexico, dog. How you mean? Y'all know who I'm talking about now. There are natural ways to treat this, but they're not letting you know. Shh, we don't want to let you know. Shush, be quiet. We don't want to let you know about the natural ways you can treat it, man. No, 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 no. We want to stick this Big Mac. We want to stick them Big Mac ingredients into you. We want to stick those. What's up, dog? We want to stick those like the 12 secret recipes of KFC chicken up into you. Why are they secret? Why are they secret, dog? We want to stick that Coca-Cola shit that they had back in the 80s, I think it was. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We want to stick like them things up in you. For real. Like, yo, man, I'm off my head, man. I'm off my head. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. For them to like have the nerve to say that it's coincidinky, like coincidence things, bollocks, man. They don't even have the vaccination stars yet. Hey, how you doing, man? You all right? Wiki. But yo, they don't even have two things to that yet. And they got this all of a sudden. Bing bang bosh. Pow! There you go. We can help you out. This is all you need. You know what I mean? It's like, it's madness still, But anyways, man and man want to say two things. So y'all come through. Let me know what's good. Hold up. Let me add you to the stream still, dog. Hold on. Added you to the stream still. What's good, homeboy? Nothing?
Hello?
Yeah. What's good, man?
I just want to say, yeah.
What do you want to say, man?
It's all fake. It's all fake.
100.
It's all fake.
100. And you know what's doing people more so in, Mr. Jelly Dills? JE,
right.
You know what's doing more people in is the vaccine. It's like the goodness they're trying to like combat it with. That's doing more damage to people than this stupid like Incredible Hulk flu, dog. Straight up.
Well, it's mad, man, because I was on a bus the other day, yeah, and like they were asking for vaccines and stuff, and your granddad, and I was walking onto the bus, yeah, and I was going to the bus, like,
yeah.
There was an inspector that got on, and like, I said to him, like, oh no, I've got my vaccine in it, yeah, I've got a pass on your granddad, yeah, and
I don't know what just happened. Homeboy was on the bus, and then he like went to go get some jelly deals, and I don't know what happened next. But yo, this is serious things, man. This is serious blood clot things, dog. They're playing us, man. They're playing us, man. Playing us like a Dizzy Gillespie trumpet, dog. And business, man. They're playing us, man. Like, yo, I had enough still, Jelly Ills, again, Me Too, it's all planned, no. Hold up, Charlie Boy B, you want some? Yeah, I'm on some shit tonight, dog. My sister works in Mount Sinai and has watched numerous people die gasping for breath. Word up, 100. But it's like, yo, you got numerous people dying and you're hearing all about it like you're reading some page 3 things. You get what I'm saying? I know this ain't everybody's like cup of tea, but it's like, yo, brethren, that was happening before. It's just in the spotlight now. it's like they kind of moved the spotlight from here to there. And now the spotlight's here. So we're hearing about all the like, I don't doubt what you're saying though, but it's like we're hearing a lot more than we heard before. We didn't hear about this before, dog. There are people dying from like, breath issues, everything issues, asthma, like pneumonia, all them things there, dog. We didn't hear about them before, but now you're hearing about everything. Front page things, man. Back of the sun, like on some football results things, man. Anyways, I just wanted to come through, drop two things, man, because like, what's that? Hold on, I can't see that. I'm gasping. No. I hear you, dog. I hear you. But that was happening before, man. That was happening before. Like, yeah. There might be like some, and I said before, and I'll rephrase again, an author, Dean Koontz, done said that there was going to be something that came from Wuhan, and he wrote this book in 1982 that was like a pandemic type thing. Now, yeah, there might be something that came from that, but I don't consider it more than a flu, doc. I don't consider it more than a bad flu. Yes, it's going to hit people with weak immune systems. It's going to hit people that are of an elderly age. But when I done dealt with that Bell palsy thing, got 2 infections and thing, and then they're saying to me it's a coincidence and it was expected. Fuck them. Like, man, I ain't buying that, doc. I ain't buying that, man. Like, it gets me, man. It gets me, man. Like, straight up, man. It gets me, man. Like, man. Enough is enough, yeah? All right, done now.